Greetings, humans. Happy Thanksgiving, and welcome to the Football Diehards Injury Review Preview Update Overview, the thing we like to do every Saturday to get you up to speed on all the things you need to know before you set your final lineups. I hope your teams fared well on the Thanksgiving Day triple header, meaning I hope you didn't play a lot of Saints, right? Get the Cardinals and Chiefs out of your lineups. Those teams are on bye this week. They will not help you. And there are other players who won't help you. I'm going to run through the injuries in chronological order based on kickoff times. So basically, you'll kind of have an understanding, or to help you gain an understanding of what your fallback options are or need to be for each of the windows, kickoff windows, as we go through them. So we'll start in the early afternoon window. But first, the usual advisory. Things will change, right? I'm recording this at about 2:30 p.m. Eastern time. We have the football team injury report in for Monday night. Don't have the final Seattle injury report in. Might not be until later, but whatever. As things change, just go to the main page of the site. The late breaking update section will have all the news that you need to know leading up to each round of kickoffs, including the inactive announcements and all the stuff today, and tons of great content in there today. Some in-depth looks at some of the players we'll be talking about right here. Also use the staff rankings, FSP staff cheat sheet, to go and check in. What you'll find there is a link to whatever player you're interested in. If there is news relevant to that player, you'll find a link to it. Just click on that link and see what's going on. You'll also be able to tell from maybe the positioning on the rankings that something's going on. So here we go. We'll dive into the early afternoon window. Cordero Patterson is in the Falcons are at Jacksonville. Patterson's listed as questionable. Seems to be trending in a good direction. Worked on a limited basis all week. They had the mini bye, right? The game was Thursday, so a 10-day turnaround. He injured the ankle 2 weeks ago in Dallas, so seems like it'll be close. They certainly need him. Quadray Allison, the player who stepped up in his absence. It wasn't Mike Davis. It wasn't Wayne Gallman. It was Quadray Allison off the practice squad. He is not on the injury report, but D. Orlando Ledbetter of the Atlanta Journal-Constitution reports he will not play this week. He's been ill and has not practiced. So we'll watch to see if he's elevated from the practice squad again, but it sounds like that probably won't be the case. So Jacksonville, everybody's good. Jamal Agnew was hurt last week, has been placed on IR, will not play again this year. So that's not working well. James Robinson off the injury report, that is. For the New York Giants hosting the Philadelphia Eagles, Saquon Barkley listed as questionable. He's expected to play. This seems like more of a maintenance issue as they try to keep his ankle healthy or minimize wear on it during the week. He played on it last week. I suspect he will again. Kadarius Toney listed as doubtful. Kyle Rudolph listed as doubtful. Sterling Shepard has been ruled out. They'll have a new offensive coordinator there as well. Jason Garrett was fired this week. Freddie Kitchens, senior offensive assistant, former head coach of the Browns, offensive coordinator for the Browns, etc., will be the play caller. Sounds like he has solicited opinions from many of the players to see what plays they like best, including Saquon Barkley, and maybe they can get Kenny Golladay more involved. On the other side of the ball, Jordan Howard's been ruled out for this game, hurt his knee last week, so it'll be Miles Sanders and Boston Scott as the leading pieces of this backfield. It's a run-heavy team, right? Jalen Hurts will have some of that. Maybe Kenneth Gainwell will be active this week. New England Patriots hosting the Tennessee Titans. Oh, my goodness. For the Patriots, the usual assortment of questionable players. This is what they do, right? Damian Harris with a neck. Ramondre Stevenson with a knee. This is a new injury, right? He was added to the injury report on Wednesday. Didn't have a report of this after the game, so that's worth noting. Hunter Henry with a neck. Jonnu Smith with the ongoing shoulder issue. And Nick Folk with the ongoing knee issue. It's the left knee, plant leg. They're all listed as questionable. My guess is all of them will play. Jonnu Smith has missed one game with this injury, and we'll see about Stevenson. That's the concern, is it's a new injury that we hadn't heard of prior to him showing up on the injury report this week. So there we have it. On the other side of the ball, A.J. Brown ruled out on Friday, placed on injured reserve on Saturday. He'll miss at least 3 games. Jeremy McNichols, the running back receiving asset there, has been ruled out as well with his concussion. Jeff Swain, questionable with concussion. He worked fully all week. Seems likely to be there. They'll need all the pieces they can get, right? Nick Westbrook-Akini, Chester Rogers, Des Fitzpatrick be the leading components of the downfield passing attack. Dontrell Hilliard is up from the practice squad. They've let Adrian Peterson go, so the backfield is essentially Dontrell Hilliard is the receiving component. Deontay Foreman is the rusher. He was removed from the injury report. Foreman with a triceps injury, avoided designation. Probably a good thing there. So, man, a lot of missing pieces in a very tough matchup against the New England Patriots, right? So there you have it. For the New York Jets at Houston, great matchup for both these offenses. For the Jets, Zach Wilson is back at quarterback. And by the way, Joe Flacco and Mike White both on the COVID list, unavailable this week. Josh Johnson will be the backup, certainly. But Wilson comes back. What did he learn during his absence? Maybe learn to throw to Elijah Moore. We'll see. Michael Carter's been ruled out of this game. He's got an ankle sprain. He'll miss 2 to 3 weeks. So Ty Johnson and Kevin Coleman move up in that rotation. Corey Davis listed as questionable. You'll need to watch his status. Robert Saleh said on Friday he expected Davis to play, tweak his groin. So that seems like it's a great matchup. And Wilson has shown a little affinity for Davis. So it'd be nice to have him in, but also it'd be nice to see him continue to lean on Elijah Moore. On the other side of the ball, Nico Collins is questionable with a hip injury. Again, another great matchup. So the Jets not defending anybody really, right? Tyrod Taylor, maybe the running back of choice. Will it be Rex Burkhead again? We just don't know. Maybe David Johnson. Won't be Philip Lindsay. He's a Miami Dolphin now. So at least we know that. All right, for the Indianapolis Colts, or the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at Indianapolis, Colts are all good to go. T.Y. Hilton off the injury report. Antonio Brown's the only remaining skill player on the injury report. Scotty Miller might be get activated from IR. They'll decide that on Sunday. But Rob Gronkowski off the injury report. Mike Evans had a back issue. He's off the injury report as of Friday. And same with Chris Godwin, who has the ongoing foot issue. So all the primary components there. Bruce Arians said this week that Antonio Brown should return next week against the Falcons. We will see. Be interesting if they can get all the pieces back together down the stretch, right? Colts, again, all good. For the Miami Dolphins, hosting the Carolina Panthers, Adam Shaheen's been ruled out with a knee injury. No Devontae Parker or Will Fuller this week. They aren't ready to return from IR, have not been designated. No sign of them anywhere. So pretty tough matchup against the Carolina defense for this Miami offense. Again, Philip Lindsay has joined the team. Myles Gaskin's still expected to be the leading component there. But some interesting, like Salvan Ahmed was a healthy scratch last week. That was kind of a surprising move. And Duke Johnson had been elevated from the practice squad. We don't know if he'll be back again this week or not, or maybe not with Lindsay there. So for the Carolina Panthers, everyone's healthy and good to go. Cincinnati Bengals hosting the Pittsburgh Steelers. Auden Tate listed as doubtful with a shoulder or a thigh injury. This has been an ongoing issue. He won't be missed. Eric Ebron out for the Bengals. He's going to miss an extended period with a knee injury. So all the pieces you're after there. I know Joe Hayden got ruled out today. I think they get Minka Fitzpatrick back. We'll see about Watt. So maybe a little more potent defense, but easy to run against, which is good news for Joe Mixon fans. Sunday, late afternoon window. Gets interesting. Aaron Rodgers off the injury report, did not practice all week, but he has that sore toe. It's fractured, he says, the pinky toe. But he'll continue to play through it. They have a bye next week. They plan to do something with that, maybe a procedure. Dr. Robert Anderson, the top foot expert, happens to be based in Green Bay. He'll take a look at it over the bye. Meanwhile, Aaron Jones has worked on a limited basis all week. Sounds like he could return to this game. Again, they have the bye next week. Do they want to push him back in the mix? It's an important game, though, for a playoff seeding opportunity. So we shall see. He is listed as questionable with a knee injury. Alan Lazard questionable with a shoulder injury. Devontae Adams had an ankle early in the week. He's off the injury report. Good news there for the Rams. Everyone is good to go. The San Francisco 49ers hosting Minnesota. Elijah Mitchell listed as questionable with a finger. He has a pin in it. They think he's going to be able to play, but it's the one you're going to have to watch. If he doesn't, it'll be Jeff Wilson Jr. again, and probably some more Trey Sermon. And Jermichael Hasty's been ruled out as well with the ankle injury. So there you have that. Sunday night, we have issues. Not as many as we could have, though. Kareem Hunt has been activated. He will return from IR and play this week. Donovan Peoples-Jones is listed as questionable. We'll see if he plays in Baltimore. Missed last week's game with this groin injury, which he first suffered in Week 7, if you'll remember. In the pregame warm-ups was a last-minute disappearing act before that Broncos game. He worked on a limited basis this week. Seems like he's a little closer, but we'll see. But Kareem Hunt definitely coming back. Marquise Brown listed as questionable for the Ravens. Sounds like he will play in Baltimore in this one. He worked on a limited basis all week. Lamar Jackson's fine. Off the injury report, worked fully all week. Teammates say he looks fantastic. Monday night game, Seahawks at the football team. For the Seahawks, the names you'll want to watch, Alex Collins has been limited in practice. He has been by an abdominal issue, like sports hernia kind of thing. Been playing through it. Travis Homer also nicked up, has a calf injury. Rashad Penny's the one to watch. He had one carry, hurt himself on his first carry last week. Shocking development, right hamstring. He has not practiced through Saturday, or up to Saturday. DK Metcalf, usual foot issue, have missed a day of practice, came back and worked fully on Friday. My guess is he'll be off the injury report today when they announce it. The football team has announced theirs. Ricky Seals-Jones listed as doubtful. Curtis Samuel listed as questionable with the ongoing hip issue. Adam Humphries questionable with for Samuels it's groin. I'm sorry. For Humphries it's a hip. Samuels sounds like he has a chance to play. He'll be on a pitch count if he does. And Logan Thomas could return this week. He's been designated to return. There was a little confusion on that before. He had come back to practice one day, or at least they said he practiced. I guess it was just a workout on the side. But anyhow, officially designated this week, so the 3-week window's open. Nikki Jahalba of the Washington Post thinks he'll be back this week. And if he is, especially with Seal Jones out, that would be helpful. If Thomas is, he and Curtis Samuel, if they return, would both be on a pitch count. So that's something to watch on Monday Night Football. All right, everybody, there you have it. Great assortment of things waiting for you at FootballDiehards.com, including all our DFS content. Jamie Calandro's got his articles up. John Lobb, the Scholars DraftKings Sheet of Knowledge. My own DFS 3 and Out. Justin Lanero, Digging in the Crates. And Gary Davenport's Shadow Note is very helpful as well. DFS ownership, pricing, all the things you need. DFS lineup optimizers, all there, as well as all the rankings and stats and everything you need to make the best informed decisions possible. If you're watching this on Saturday, you know I will be on SiriusXM Fantasy Sports Radio from 5 to 7. If you're watching it after 5 to 7, you're going, what the hell? Oh, we'll be on again, 8 to 11 on NFL Radio on SiriusXM. That'll be helpful for you as well. We'll take your calls, answer questions there if you need them. Also, Sunday morning, we'll have the live video pregame show with Emil Cadlick and Jason Brady this week. Jamie's traveling. And I'll be on the pregame show on SiriusXM Fantasy Sports Radio with Jeff Mann. So tune in, check out the website. The site will have all the inactives in real time, as always, throughout Sunday. So check it out. Bob Harris over and out. Have a great week, people.